Hey YouTube, there's been a lot going on and I just found out about this morning, so we need to talk about it. Trump is proposing a monument called the Arch of Independence. It's already being nicknamed the Arc de Trump, which is, a play on Arc de Triomphe, which is in Paris. I've actually been there. So here it says, a model of President Trump's proposed triumphal arch to commemorate the country's 250th anniversary was seen on the Resolute desk as the president held a press conference with FBI Director Kash Patel. And so let me show you more instead of reading all this. The renderings and model show an arc that looks similar to France's Arc de Triomphe, built across from the Lincoln Memorial on the Virginia side of the Potomac River in Washington, D.C. When asked on Wednesday who the arc is for, Trump told CBS News' Ed O'Keefe, "Me. It's for me." This is actually the proposed site. If you look just west of the Lincoln Memorial, there's a roundabout there that Trump was saying that this was a site during the Civil War that was supposed to have something built on it. And because of the Civil War, they canceled the build. And the Washington Monument, if you don't know this, I was actually born in Arlington. I was born in Fairfax Hospital, so this is my home turf right here. The Washington Monument is actually two different colors of stone because they had to interrupt the building during the Civil War. So this spot here, that the roundabout is where he's proposing putting this. Here's a street view from that exact position. It's facing the Lincoln Memorial, and then the other direction that it faces the Arlington National Cemetery and the Military Women's Memorial. So I'll show you just a little bit of video from one of his meetings regarding this topic, and then I've got some really interesting things to share with you about why this matters.
Any of the three sides, which is right now, I don't know if you can see it. So that's Lady Liberty. In the middle, just a circle, and everyone that passes it said something was supposed to be built there, but a thing called the Civil War interfered. That's a good reason. I would say that would be a good reason, right? The great Ike Brolo. The Civil War, if you said you're having a war, I think they have a good reason not to build. Again, they were building the Washington Monument, and they stopped, and you could see where they stopped because the stone is a little different color when you get up to the middle. But anyway, they stopped here. And then they were, in 1902, they would have put a statue of Robert E. Lee up. Would have been okay with me. A lot of people wouldn't have liked it. Would have been okay with me. Would have been okay with a lot of the people in the show, but they didn't do that. And so for years and years it sat, and every time somebody rides over that beautiful bridge going right to the Lincoln Memorial, it's so beautiful, right? It's, they literally say, something's supposed to be here. And so we have versions of it, sizes of it, and it's going to be really beautiful. I think it's going to be fantastic. There's a rendering of what it will look like.
So it's time to start picking this apart. Who did he say that was going to be on top of this arc?
That's Lady Liberty.
Sure looks like old Lucy to me. Remember how I said earlier that I grew up next to Washington, D.C.? Have you been there and seen all the Masonic and all the other things that are in the symbolism? There's a pentagram in the street design where the southern point is the White House. So loosen up on some of your traditional things that you love so much, because it might not be what you think it is. But Trump just said that Lady Liberty is going to be standing on top of this arc. Oh, and I thought I heard him say arc instead of arch. So let me see if I can find that.
You've been so generous in your contributions, very substantial money, fully financed. It's fully taken care of now. And in fact, we'll have money left over, and we'll use that for something. We'll use that probably maybe for the ark or something else that will come. But we love to fix up Washington.
Hey, while I was looking for the other thing, I found this.
We're going to build a room that's going to be able to hold literally the inauguration if we want. It's 999 people it can hold. So if we figure we have 125 people in here approximately now, It's 999 people it can hold. So if we figure we have 125 people in here approximately now.
So a little bit of a trigger warning here, YouTube. The guy you see on the screen, if you have a problem with him, just click off now because I don't want to hear it. I'm going to show you a little clip. It's relevant to what we're talking about, and he's exposed it more than anyone else that I know. So just because I'm showing one clip doesn't mean that I automatically endorse everything that the guy says. So the issue I ran into was that I went to his website to get this page because he keeps getting kicked off of YouTube. And so if you keep getting kicked off of YouTube, that means you're getting a little bit too close to home and you're bothering somebody. So what he's showing here is the Ark of Washington, which is in New York City, and he's showing a $20 bill folded. Like I said, I don't know anybody else that has exposed this to the level that this guy has. So when you see the folded $20 bill, he shows that 9/11, the Pentagon, many other things were hidden in the money, even in the money that was printed in 1995. That's why they had to change the face of the money after 2001, because it showed that they knew about it before they did it. So what he's showing here is that the Ark of Washington that's in New York perfectly has a view on the Twin Towers, and they would have been seen when they were falling. So it's interesting because this Ark of Washington, or Arch of Washington, is modeled after something else. We also know there's an Arc de Triomphe in Paris. So what he shows next in this clip makes it all come together. So what Jonathan shows next here is the Arch of Titus. And what is the Arch of Titus? The Arch of Titus looks exactly like the other arches that are mentioned. Arch of Washington, Arc de Triomphe, the Arc of Trump, the Arc of Independence. And the Arch of Titus is in Rome. And what does it celebrate? Look right under me. Do you remember this? The Arch of Titus is a Roman triumphal arch in Rome built around 81 AD by Emperor Domitian to commemorate his brother Titus, the deified emperor, and his victory in the Jewish War. The arch is famous for its relief sculptures, particularly the one depicting Roman soldiers carrying spoils from the temple in Jerusalem, including the sacred 7-branch menorah. It is a symbol of both Roman military triumph and the destruction of the Second Temple. So here's what's on the sculptures of the Ark of Titus. So tell me, why is this man making an arch that he says he's making for me that has the Statue of Liberty on top, which is a representation of Lucifer, which is exactly the same as the Arch of Titus, which celebrates the destruction of the Second Temple and when the Jews were dispersed again in 70 AD? Why is this man making this right after making the peace treaty, which I believe this man is positioning himself to be the Judas of our generation? There's 2 times in Scripture that the Bible calls a man the son of perdition. One of them is Judas and one of them is the Antichrist. And don't forget, Judas was a friend before he was a betrayer. So I'm not saying he's anybody, but I'm just looking at what's in front of me.
Thank you.
What is this, Mr. President?
Thank you guys.
It's going to be built.
Thank you all. You come this way. Thank you.
For who?
Thanks, guys.
Take a look.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, no, I know where it is, but who's it for?
Thank you guys. The country.
It's going to be a beautiful.
The Arc de Trump?